Hi, I am Syed on Maths Online. Today's topic is Lagrange interpolation formula. Let me give the statement for this formula. If y0 is represented as f of x0, if y1 is represented as f of x1, y2 is represented as f of x2 and so on, yn is represented as f of xn. This be the set of values of the function y is equals to f of x corresponding to the values of x. What are the values of x? Values of x are x0, x1, x2 and so on, and these values are at unequal intervals. Values of x0, x1, x2, x3 and so on. These values it's not necessary for them to be at equal intervals. So not necessarily at equal intervals. So these values are not at equal intervals. So then we can use the Lagrange interpolation formula. So what does this mean? That means you have the values of x, that is x0, x1, x2 and so on up to xn. So the corresponding value of the function will be at x0. Your function value will be f of x0, or f of x0 can be written as y0. Then f of x1, corresponding value of f of x1 can be written as y1. x2 value can be written as the function at x2. Corresponding value of f of x2 can be y2. So for xn, corresponding function value will be f of xn, or in terms of y, if you want to write yn. So either you can express in the form of the function f, or you can express in terms of y value. That is what I have written: y0, y1, y2, yn and so on. Now what will be the Lagrange interpolation formula? So the Lagrange interpolation formula is given by y is equals to f of x is equals to x minus x1, x minus x2 and so on, x minus xn, divided by, you can see all the values are starting from x0 up to xn, but here I have started the values from x1 onwards and have written all the values. Which value is missing over here? x0 is missing. So in place of x I will be writing x0. So just a technique to remember the formula. So in place of x you can write down the missing value x0. So x0 minus x1. So here in place of x you can write x0 minus x2 and so on. So just in place of x you write x0 minus what you have, xn, into corresponding value of x0 is what? It is y0. In the same way, now I'll write down the next term: x minus x0, x minus x2, x minus x3 and so on, x minus xn, whole divided by. Now you can see in first term x0 was missing. Now x1 is missing. You can see x minus x0, x minus x1 is not there. So x minus x2 I have written. So x1 is missing. Therefore in place of x you can write, so written x minus x0, x minus x2, x minus x3 and so on, x minus xn. So now what is missing here? x1 is missing. So in place of x you can replace by x1. So x will be x1. This x0 as it is. Here in place of x it will be x1 minus of x2. Here in place of x it will be x1 minus of x3 and so on. In place of x it will be x1 minus of xn. So for corresponding value of x1, what is the value of y? It is y1. So this is how you can write. Similarly, let me write one more term: x minus x0, x minus x1, x minus x3 and so on, x minus xn. divided by. Now you can see in this first term x0 was missing, second term x1 was missing here in the numerator. Now x2 will be missing. See, x minus x1, then x minus x3. So x2 is missing. So in place of x, what has to be done? Put it as x2. x2 minus x0, x2 minus x1, x2 minus x3, and so on, x2 minus xn into corresponding value of x2 will be y2. For x2, the corresponding value will be y2. So in that way, you can just go on writing till you reach the last term. So let me write down the last term: x minus x0, x minus x1, x minus x2, and so on. Last term will be missing. Xn will be missing. So before xn, you have the term xn minus of 1 whole divided by. So what is missing here? Xn is missing. Therefore, I'll replace this x by xn. So xn minus x0, xn minus x1, xn minus x2, and so on, xn minus xn minus of 1. So corresponding value of y with respect to xn will be yn. So I'm writing that value to be yn. So this is the formula that we have, which is a Lagrange interpolation formula. So we even have the inverse Lagrange interpolation formula. So what will be the inverse Lagrange interpolation formula? So let me write down that inverse Lagrange interpolation formula. So in the case of Lagrange interpolation formula, we have written y is equals to. Now in the case of the inverse Lagrange interpolation formula, if the function is in the form of x is equals to f of y form. So for Lagrange interpolation formula, I have taken y is equals to f of x. In the case of the inverse Lagrange interpolation formula, if you have x is equals to f of y, then in that case, you have to write x is equals to. So which means that wherever you have got x, you will be getting y values, and wherever you have got y values, you will be getting x. That is what we have to do. So replace the values of x over here by y over here by x. You will be getting the inverse Lagrange interpolation formula. So let me write down. The formula will be x is equals to f of y is equals to. So you will be writing all in terms of y over here. So y minus, so first term y0 will be missing. So y minus y1, y minus y2, and so on, y minus yn whole divided by. What is missing over here? y0 is missing. So in place of y, you have to write y0. y0 minus y1, y0 minus y2, and so on. It is y0 minus yn. So corresponding value for y0 is x0. Similarly, the next term, it is y minus y0, y minus, you will be writing y1 will be missing in this case, y2, and so on. You will be writing y minus yn whole divided by. What is missing over here? y1 is missing. Therefore, in place of y, you will be writing y1. So y1 minus y0, y1 minus y2 into so on. It is y1 minus yn. Corresponding value of x will be x1. Then again y minus y0, y minus y1. Previous term y1 was missing. Here y2 will be missing. So y minus y3 will be getting, and so on. It is y minus yn whole divided by, because y2 is missing, in place of y you have to write y2. So y2 minus y0, y2 minus y1, y2 minus y3, and so on, y2 minus yn. Corresponding value of x will be x2. So in that way, you have to just go on continuing writing it. I'll write down the last term: y minus y0, y minus y1, y minus y2, and so on. Last term yn will be missing. So before that, you will be getting y minus yn minus of 1 whole divided by. Because yn is missing, in place of y, you have to just replace the value as yn. So we'll be getting yn minus y0, yn minus y1, yn minus y2, and so on, yn minus of 1. Corresponding value of x will be xn. So this formula is called as the inverse Lagrange interpolation formula. If y has to be solved, then we have to use the Lagrange interpolation formula. If x has to be solved, we'll be using the inverse Lagrange interpolation formula. So let us take few examples. Use Lagrange interpolation formula to find f of 4 given the values of x and f of x. So what is given is we need to find out f of x value. So f of x corresponds to your value of y. F of x we need to find. So y value we need to find. If you want to use y value, you have to use the Lagrange interpolation formula. So what are these values that you have over here? This corresponds to your x0 value. This is your x1 value. This is your x2 value. This is your x3 value. And because the formula is in terms of y, this corresponds to your y0 value. So this will be your y1 value. This will be your y2 value. And this will be your y3 value. So using the Lagrange interpolation formula, I have given a general formula, but you have to write down the formula only up to the term x3 and y3 only. So let me write the formula. So the Lagrange interpolation formula y will be equals to Rf of x. Anyway you can write. So now you will be writing x minus x0 will be missing in the first case. So x minus x1, x minus x2. How far you have to write? You have to write up to this x3 value. So x minus x2, x minus x3. So because here x0 is missing, in place of x you have to write x0. So x0 minus x1, here x0 minus x2 into x0 minus x3. So corresponding value of y will be y0. That's the first term you got. Now coming to the next one, here x1 will be missing. So x minus x0, x minus x1 will be missing, x2, x minus x3 whole divided by, because x1 is missing, in place of x you write x1. So x1 minus x0, x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3. Corresponding value of y will be y1, right? Next term plus x minus x0, x minus x1. Here x2 has to be missing, so x minus x3 will be getting whole divided by, because here x2 is missing, in place of x you have to write x2. So x2 minus x0, x2 minus x1, x2 minus x3 into corresponding value of y will be y2 plus, then the next term will be x minus x0, x minus x1, x minus x2, x3, the last term will be missing there, whole divided by, because x3 is missing, in place of x you have to write x3, x3 minus x0, x3 minus x1, x3 minus x2. Corresponding value of y will be y3. So all the values have been included here. Now we need to plug in the values over here. You already know the values of x0 to x3. You know the values of y0 to y3. So y is equals to f of x is equals to, here x value is how much? X value is 4. So you can write f of 4 is equals to. So you know this formula. Just plug in all the values over here. Just plug in the values. So x value is 4. 4 minus x1 value is 2 into 4 minus x2 value is 3 into 4 minus x3 value is 6 whole divided by, because as you know in the formula only x will be changing here. These values will remain x1, x2 and x3. So you can just see this numerator value and just replace this x value by x0. What will be x0? It will be 0. So 0 minus of 2. This will be 0 minus of 3. This will be 0 minus of 6. Just you can save time by writing this way. Into y0 value. Into y0 will be minus of 4 plus. Next you have x minus x naught, this value. X is 4 minus x naught is 0. X is 4 minus x2. X2 value is 3 into, it is 4 minus x3 value will be 6 whole divided by. So just replace this x value by what? X1. So x1 value is how much? 2. So it will become 2 minus of 0. Here 2 minus of 3. Here 2 minus of 6 into y1. Y1 is how much? Y1 is 2. Then plus next value. X value is 4. 4 minus x naught is 0. 4 minus x1 value is 2 into 4 minus x3 value is 6 whole divided by. So just in place of x you put it as x2 here. So x2 value is what you have? X2 value is 3. So you'll be getting 3 minus 0. This is 3 minus 2. This is 3 minus 6 into y2. Y2 value is how much? 14 plus next you have in place of x you put it 4. So 4 minus of x naught, this 4 minus x1 value is 2. So you have 4 minus of 0, 4 minus of 2, that is x minus of x1. So 4 minus of 3 will be x minus of x2 divided by x3 value. So in place of x3 what do you have? 6. So 6 minus of 0, here it will be 6 minus of 2, here it will be 6 minus of 3 into it is y3. Y3 value will be 158. So we need to simplify this one. It is better you either type directly in the calculator, or it is better you can simplify one more step. You can just subtract and write. That becomes easy for you to calculate. 4 minus of 2 will be 2. Then 4 minus of 3 will be 1. So 4 minus of 6 will be minus of 2 whole divided by. This is minus of 2 into this is minus of 3 into it is minus of 6 times of what you have? Minus of 4 plus this one. 4 minus of 0 is 4, 4 minus 3 is 1, and 4 minus of 6 will be minus 2 whole divided by denominator is 2. Then 2 minus of 3 will be minus 1, 2 minus of 6 will be minus 4 into 2. The next term plus you have 4 minus 0 will be 4, 4 minus 2 will be 2, 4 minus of 6 will be minus 2 whole divided by 3 minus 0 is 3, 3 minus 2 will be 1, 3 minus of 6 will be minus 3 into you have 14 plus it is 4, 4 minus 2 will be 2, 4 minus 3 will be 1 whole divided by you have 6 minus 0 will be 6, 6 minus 2 will be 4, 6 minus 3 will be 3 times of what you have? 158. You can just use the calculator and simplify. Let me know what's the solution you're getting. So you can see over here the first term what I have written, I have multiplied 2 times of 2 is minus 4, minus 4 into minus 4 divided by, I have multiplied that denominator value and written minus of 36. Next term you have got, again I have multiplied the denominator value and written the expression over here. So minus of 8 divided by, it is in the denominator how much you will be getting? Minus, here minus of minus will become plus. So in the denominator you have the positive value there. So minus of 8 divided by, this is minus of minus is plus, plus 8 you will be getting. Next coming to the third term, you can see it over here, third term again. Third term will be, I have multiplied and written there, you will be getting minus 16 into 14 it is. Minus 16 into 14 divided by denominator is minus 9. And the last term also I have multiplied there. How much you will be getting? Last term I have, you can write 6 is there, right? 4 to the 8 is there. 8 into, I multiplied 8 into 158 divided by 24 into 3. How much you are getting? You are getting the value to be 40, right? So you get the value of f of 4 to be 40. So that's the required solution. Let us move on to the next question. So next question is, the following table gives the normal weight of babies during first 8 months of life. Age in months is 0, 2, 5 and 8. Weight in pounds is 6, 10, 12, 16. Estimate the weight of the baby at the age of 7 months using Lagrange interpolation formula. So you have to use the Lagrange interpolation formula. But here you have to take this initial values here that are given 0, 2, that I'll take it as x values. So x values, what do you have? X naught. Just take the values of x naught. So the first value will take it as x naught. X naught will be 0. Next will be your x1 value. X1 value will be 2. Next value will be x2. X2 value will be 5. Then x3 value will be 8. So this age I am taking x value. This value will be taking the value as y over here. So what will be y naught? First value will be your y naught, that is 6. Next value is y1. Y1 is 10. Next value is y2. Y2 is 12. Next is y3. So y3 is how much? 16. So you know the values of x and y. So so what he is asking, estimate the weight of the baby at the age of 7 months. Age represents what value? Age represents x value. So x he has given as 7 months. So given x is equals to 7. So when x is equals to 7, he is asking us to estimate the weight of the baby. Weight of the baby is, he is asking y value. So when x is 7, he is asking y value. So when y value is asked, we will be using the Lagrange interpolation formula. So let us write down the Lagrange interpolation formula containing the values x0 to x3, y0 to y3. So let me write the formula. So y is equals to f of x is equals to, so the formula is x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3. So the values up to x3 are given. Whole divided by, so replace this x by x0, we'll be getting x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2, x0 minus x3. Corresponding value of y will be y0 plus. Next we'll get x minus x0. Now x1 will be missing, so x minus x2, x minus x3. Whole divided by, x1 is missing, so in place of x you put x1. So we'll get x1 minus x0, x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3. Corresponding value of y will be y1. Next plus x minus x0, x minus x1. Now x2 will be missing, x minus x3. Whole divided by the denominator, because x2 is missing, in place of x you put x2. So x2 minus x0, x2 minus x1, x2 minus x3. Corresponding value of y will be y2 plus x minus x0, x minus x1, x minus x2. Here x3 will be missing, so therefore in place of x you have to put x3. So x3 minus x0, x3 minus x1, x3 minus x2. Corresponding value of y will be y3. So now you have to plug in all the values. So here your x value is 7. So if you put x as 7 there, you'll be getting f of 7 is equals to, just plug in, you know, all the values. So starting with x value is 7 minus x1 value is 2 into x minus x2 value will be 5 into 7 minus x3 value will be 8, whole divided by, the denominator is x0. X0 value is 0, so 0 minus of 2 will get 0 minus of 5, here 0 minus of 8. Corresponding value of y0 value will be how much? Y0 value will be 6. So that's the first term. You just see and plug in the values. Then plus, next value you have got is 7 minus x0 value. X0 value is 0 into 7 minus x2 value will be 5 into, it is 7 minus x3 value will be 8, whole divided by, denominator x1 value is 2. So just you can put 2 minus of 0, here 2 minus of 5, here 2 minus of 8 into y1 value you have, y1 value is 10, right? Next term plus you have, it is 7 minus of x0 value is 0, 7 minus x1 value is 2, so 7 minus x3 value is 8, whole divided by, so here you are having x2, so in place of this x you can replace x2. X2 value is 5, so 5 minus of 0, 5 minus of 2, 5 minus of 8, corresponding value of y will be y2. What is y2 value? Y2 value, you know, it's 12. Then again x minus x0, so x minus of 0, x minus of x1, x minus of x2 whole divided by, so this is your x3 value, so x3 corresponds to 8, so 8 minus of 0, 8 minus of 2 into 8 minus of 5, corresponding value of y3 will be 16. So therefore you will be getting f of 7 will be equals to, you can just simplify, 7 minus of 2 will be 5, 7 minus of 5 will be 2, 7 minus of 8 will be minus of 1 whole divided by, that will be minus 2 into, it is minus of 5 into, this is minus of 8 times of how much? Times of 6 you have, times of 6. Next value 7 into 7 minus 5 will be 2, 7 minus of 8 will be minus 1 whole divided by 2 into, so 7 minus 0 will be 7, 7 minus 2 will be 5, 7 minus of 8 will be minus of 1 divided by this 5, this is 3 and this is minus 3, 12. Next term also have a return, you can just check it, these values. So you can just see the values, just multiplied and written the values. So numerator value have multiplied, I got minus 60, divided by denominator value also have multiplied, I got minus 80. The next term you can check, minus 40 have multiplied the numerator value, denominator I have got 36. Then next term also have multiplied, I have got it as minus of 35, that is multiplied by minus of 12 divided by 45 I have got. Next term also have multiplied, 35 times of I have got it as 32 divided by, it is 8 times of 16 I have multiplied. So just press equals to sign and see what is the solution you will be getting. So you will be getting the solution as 13.9722. You can approximately and write down the solution. So you will be getting the solution to be equals to 13.97. So f of 7 value will be equals to 13.97 or approximately, because you are trying to find out the weight, so approximately you can write 14. So the weight of the baby will be 14 because it is given in terms of pounds, so you can write 14 pounds will be the weight of the baby. That's the required solution. The next question is given u0 value, u2 value, u3 and u6 value. You have to compute u4 using the Lagrange interpolation formula. So your x0 value will be 0, x1 value will be 2, x2 value will be 3, right? X2 value will be 3. Then x3 value will be how much? X3 value will be 6 here. So corresponding y value, y0 is right hand side value 707, y1 corresponding to 2 will be 819, your y2 value will be 866, your y3 value will be 966. So let's just try to plug in these values in the given formula. So try to plug in these values in the given formula. So the Lagrange interpolation formula will be so y is equals to f of x is equals to, it is x minus of x1, x minus of x2, x minus of x3 whole divided by, x0 is missing, so x0 minus of x1, x0 minus of x2, x0 minus of x3. Corresponding value of y will be y0, x minus of x0, x1 will be missing, so x minus of x2, x minus of x3. Because x1 is missing, replace x by x1, x1 minus of x0, x1 minus of x2, x1 minus of x3. Corresponding value of y will be y1 plus x minus of x0, x minus of x1, x2 will be missing, so x minus of x3 whole divided by, x1 is missing, so x1 minus of x0, x1 minus of Here what is missing? x2 is missing. So x2 minus of x0, x2 minus of x1, x2 minus of x3. Corresponding value of y will be y2. Then x minus of x0, x minus of x1, x minus of x2. Here x3 will be missing, so replace this x by x3. x3 minus of x0, x3 minus of x1, x3 minus of x2 times of y3. So just at x is equals to 4 we need to calculate. At x is equals to 4 we need to find out y of 4. So just plug in all the values, you know all the values, so I'll just give some time for you to just plug in. Meanwhile I will also just plug in and see what is the solution you'll be getting. Check it, I just multiplied and written it is minus of 4 multiplied by 707 divided by minus 36. That is the first term. Next term I have written it as minus of 8 multiplied by 819 divided by 8. That also I multiplied and written. Next term is minus so minus of 16, that is multiplied into, it is 866 divided by minus 9 you got. And next term also, next term I multiplied, so it is 8 times of, is 8 times of 966 divided by 24 into 3. That is the last term. I can just multiply and see how much you are getting. So you can see in terms of decimal it is 906.44. So you can approximate and write down the solution. 906.44. That is the required solution. So we will continue with few more problems in the next session. That's all I have for today. Thank you.